Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, M&R Productions, and we've got some huge news today. Tibbs out as New York Knicks head coach. Wait, wrong video. Lego Star Wars Summer 2025 set leaks from the back of an instruction manual? Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. First off, we've got the buildable Ewok. Looks like an Ewok. I know, the least exciting set first. Let's get it out of the way. Set 75430, $120, 1,010 pieces. What more do you want to know here? It looks like an Ewok, literally. Let's move on to something more exciting. I know there's been other pictures circulating out there of the 75431 327th battle pack, but they were confidentially watermarked. We have a small peek of that here from the instruction manual. You can see that it does include 4 327th troopers, which is awesome. They do all have the new pauldron piece, but they do not have waist capes, which ultimately just sucks. The helmet print looks like it's going to be better, but it's still going to be pretty inaccurate, I think, unfortunately. And then we're also getting 3 super battle droids, which you can see. There is the spider droid. You can see that little cannon included with the clone, but we cannot see the actual like ATRT build from this particular picture, unfortunately. But this is the $45 battle pack with 258 pieces. Yes, $45 for a battle pack. Just absolutely insane. I'm pretty impressed with the look on this one. It's the 75432 V-19 Torrent. It's got 567 pieces and is supposed to cost $65. I should say, with all these prices that I'm putting out there, they are subject to change with tariffs in the US. Lego could increase or potentially, I guess, decrease them, but let's just say the prices that I'm saying in this video are probably the bare minimum. The build looks really good to me. It feels like the wings are a bit thicker than it was in 2008. You get rid of that exposed hydraulic look that was present in 2008 as well, so I don't think you'll have like the same crazy great functionality for the wings folding up and down, going into landed mode and going into flight mode, but I do think because of that you ultimately end up with a much better, more accurate look for the V-19 Torrent. I am interested though still to see how it will actually function in hand. Like, how do you actually move the wings? Like, that is definitely a question to be answered here because it doesn't show it in this particular image. The yellow windscreen piece is something that is in some original pictures that I had seen, and when I first saw it I was like, what are they thinking? But I mean, if you look in universe, it's got a yellow windscreen. I was looking at one of the toys the other day at Target from Galaxy Squadron or something, has a yellow windscreen, so it's just a color it's supposed to be. It's not necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing color, I would say, for the windscreen of a V-19 Torrent, but, you know, they're definitely striving for accuracy, which is nice to see. With this V-19 Torrent, we've got 3 minifigs. The Obi-Wan looks like an absolute banger. Maybe the best Obi-Wan Kenobi minifig we've ever gotten. It's got arm printing, which, I mean, some of the other Jedi should be getting arm printing like this. I think Ki-Adi-Mundi, which we're going to see later, doesn't have arm printing in a $160 set, but Obi-Wan here with arm printing, that's great. Looks amazing. You've also got the clone pilot, who on the front also looks amazing. Got that brand new mold. I have a sneaky suspicion though that the print on top of the helmet stops right about where you can see it, and that it's going to be blank white all the rest of the way back, even though Clone Army Customs, where is it at? It's right behind me. Even though Clone Army Customs for 10 years has been able to actually print and execute this helmet perfectly, but Lego, the billion-dollar company, cannot. How are people going to defend that? Well, they'll find a way. I'm very concerned about that. And then finally, we have the Asajj Ventress, which thankfully is going to be bringing back her lightsaber hilts, which I think is something a lot of people were on the fence about actually happening, but it's definitely happening here. She looks good, I guess. Her outfit color is very bright, and it's not what I'm used to with Ventress, so I'm going to have to do some research to see which episode of the Clone Wars or whatever that outfit is from. If you guys can help me out, just comment it down below. That would be super useful. But either way, I don't have much opinion on that other than her outfit looks bright. I'm not sure if it's accurate or not. If it's accurate, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Next up, we've got a huge one in the 75435 Clone Wars MTT, 976 pieces for $160 US, and minifig wise, it looks like a banger. If only they could include waist capes on clone troopers. If only the Commander Bly didn't need to sit down in this set. Where is he sitting down? I don't know, but apparently he needs to sit down. So we have Aayla Secura, looks awesome, just like the last couple of versions of herself. No real huge change there. Now Bly, this is a character that a lot of people have been waiting a long time for. When the macro binoculars came out in 2023, people were like, all right, Bly's on the table. It's finally going to happen. And here it is. It looks pretty good for a Lego Bly in 2025. There are a couple aspects that I do wish were done better. We'll just probably save that for the review because I'm unfortunately a little bit low on time today. But yeah, it's a good Bly. I also like the yellow arms I find to be questionable. Like, why didn't we print them? And seeing his yellow arms reminds me that the 327 troopers, I didn't mention this earlier, in the 327th battle pack have yellow arms as well. But the normal clone troopers for Lego for the last 5 years have all gotten white arms, so they've ruined the consistency, which is the Lego Defender's main defense for most of Lego's decisions. So that makes sense. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, the Commander Bly, I guess guess it doesn't really matter because most of the clones are garbage anyway. But yeah, Commander Bly, pretty decent as far as a modern LEGO Star Wars clone trooper goes. I will give it that. It's pretty decent. Then we've got the Battle Droid pilot. I assume it's the same pilot that we had in the, it's over there, 25th anniversary May 4th droid carrier promo. Then we've got 6 total battle droids, because that is all this MTT is going to hold, is all 6 battle droids. And then if you look in the background of the picture, we've got a pair of commando droids. There could be another one included somewhere else in the picture. We can't see like the full minifig lineup, but at least 2 commando droids. I'd probably just assume it's only 2, but at least 2 commando droids, which is awesome. I did not expect to get those in this set, so that was kind of a nice bonus in my opinion from what the rumors were originally. Now looking at the MTT, I'm really impressed with it. It's hard to tell because it's kind of cut off and we can't see the whole thing at a great angle, but it looks good. The design work on it's great. A lot of the colors are awesome. It looks like we're going to be getting a big printed dish piece on the front, as we should. I love the design of it overall. I think the issue might come down to the size of it, and until we can compare it in hand when I get it, you know, side by side with some of the older MTTs, it's just going to be hard to know how it stacks up. But for the price, I think it's probably still going to end up feeling small, but at least it looks good. So there's that. I was worried it was going to look horrendous. Like the 2014 one was pretty bad. This one looks like they've really cleaned up their work there. Maybe the weapons on the front look a little bit stubby. I don't know. Hopefully there's some more interior stuff as well, kind of in the head or the back section of the MTT, because there's got to be more space there, hopefully. Reading the description from one of the leakers says there is going to be a hanger with a stap and pilot seat on the inside of that Clone Wars MTT. So looking like a pretty solid set, just maybe a bit small. Next up, we got the 75433 Jango Fett's Starship, aka Slave 1. It's got 707 pieces for $70, and it's got about 100 more pieces than the 2021 Boba Fett Slave 1, but it still looks very similar, both in shape, design, size, all of it. Now, it's not in these pictures, but it's also rumored to come with a cart that is going to be able to display the Slave 1, just like we could with the 2021 set, and it will also hold the seismic charges, which are included in the set. That's just awesome to see. You can see them kind of floating back there behind the build. The build looks great. It looks just like the 2021 version, like I said, but recolored. It's definitely going to be a little bit different because it's got way more pieces, but it's definitely looking like a great designed Slave 1. Even though it is downscaled from a lot of the previous Slave 1s, you know, it looks good for its size, and I think it's okay at this size. Now, minifig wise, we've got some good stuff here. We've got Lama Su, and it was long rumored that this would come with a third Kaminoan minifig, but it was not clear if it was going to be a just reuse of Tan We from Obi-Wan Starfighter, which would have been really dumb, stupid, and sucked. But it's not. It's a completely new Kaminoan in Lama Su, which does require a new head mold, which is awesome to see them actually investing money in a great head mold for LEGO Star Wars. Like, that looks like a great minifig. I'm very excited about that. You're also, of course, going to have young Boba Fett, and you can kind of see his rangefinder, and you can see his arm is Jango Fett, and from this picture, we can discern, at least in my opinion, that he will not have arm printing. I'm pretty certain there's no printing on that arm. So the UCS Jango Fett will remain an exclusive variant of Jango Fett, but yeah, Jango Fett is going to be in this set just without arm printing. Next, we have the 75414 Hot Rod Snowspeeder. It's supposed to be $55 with 349 pieces. It's going to have Sig Griebling, Darth Dev, and Solitis is the third minifig. Unfortunately, with the one image we have of this set, we can't see the minifig, but what we do see is an amazing new mold for the Snowspeeder cockpit. Holy crap, I did not expect this at all. I just thought they would do something similar to what they had in the past with Snowspeeders, but they did the best possible thing. They just made a perfect looking piece. Obviously, this one with a yellow tint to match the hot rod vibe for the Snowspeeder, but in the future, this will certainly be used for a play scale Snowspeeder. It's going to be just bliss. This thing looks awesome. I love it. I think it's a really cool, unique LEGO Star Wars type of ship from Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2. But yeah, it just gets me very hopeful, really, for the future of the LEGO Star Wars Snowspeeder, because it's about to get really, really good, in my opinion. Now, the final set, the one you've been waiting for, the UT-AT, ladies and gentlemen. It was all a sham. Oh, I wish it was all a lie. The 75413 Clone Turbo Tank, aka Clone Tiny Tank. 813 pieces, $160, and honestly, just like looking at this picture, the build doesn't look 813 pieces small. Maybe it's the angle, I don't know, but it doesn't look that small, which is a weird thing to say because I was very much expecting this to look absolutely tiny. It definitely, I bet it's the top of it that's been shrunk down the most. It's like only 6 studs tall, and so when you put it next to the other ones, it's going to be very apparent that even though it's maybe the same length, same width, it's very much compressed top down. So I bet that's where we'll see the biggest difference in this turbo tank, as well as probably the interior just not having very much going on, I would assume. Minifig wise, we're looking at Ki-Adi-Mundi, and I may have referenced him needing arm printing earlier. He definitely doesn't need arm printing because in Revenge of the Sith, he doesn't really have anything that would need that. So yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi here looks great. Looks like it's going to be the same mold for his head, which is good because it was a really good mold anyway. Commander Bakara looks like he has a really good mold for his helmet with the antenna kind of built into the mold on that close side to us there. You also have some great torso detail. And then of course down at the legs again, no waist cape. It's just going to be the printed waist cape, which is just such a shame. This whole era of clone troopers riddled with like dumb things that could have made them so great. So no waist cape on Bakara, just left on the table there. And it's kind of the same story with the Galactic Marines. They look perfect outside of not having a waist cape in my opinion. Maybe they could have used a little shoulder pad detail. I don't know. It would be so much better if we got 5 Galactic Marines. Like after all these years, they're probably not coming in a battle pack or anything like that. Like why not give the fans as much as you can? Like it always feels like they really are skimping down on those minifig counts these days. But they look good. The clones, for modern clones, these are as good as we're going to get here because they have custom molds for their heads and everything. Really the only issue on these clones here is the lack of a camo, which the designers know we want. So I don't know why they don't just give to us and allow kids to take them off if they want to take them off. It's the dumbest thing to me. To the turbo tank, a quick glance, like the wheels look nice, the build looks nice. I just think this is one of those that when you have it in hand next to the old ones, next to other things that cost similar amounts of money to it, I think it will become very apparent how small and sad it is. But like in the picture it looks fire, so maybe my eyes aren't deceiving me. I'm just ready to be let down when I actually get this one in hand, if that makes sense. Like I'm not letting myself be excited for this to be a good turbo tank quite yet. Also, it should have been a UTAT. Why was it not a UTAT? This is the worst. Goodbye.